Hey everybody, Ron here with Solo Operative Games. Today we're in Tabletop Simulator, and we're going to check out a game called Mercurial Alchemia. We're going to play a solo game today. This game is coming to Kickstarter at the end of September, and is designed by David Goh, who did Endogenesis, and another game with the same name called Mercurial. This is not a sequel to that game, but is in the same kind of world. And it's published by his company Elixir. Now, I'm not incentivized in any way to do this video. I was just playing through on my own free will because I thought it looked interesting. If you do go to Elixir website, you can get the rulebook, and you can also download the Tabletop Simulator mod to play. It's a very beautiful looking game. It's got a lot of great colors, a lot of decent looking components. It's a 1 to 4 player game. It's a worker placement game. It's also got some deck building, and it's got some pusher luck. So it's going to be interesting. If I had to compare it to games, I would say it's like Quacks of Quedlinburg meets Distilled. So we're going to be brewing some potions here, and it has a kind of complex brewing mechanic, but we'll get into that. Don't you worry. In a 2-player game, you add a third kind of bot just to kind of clog up some spaces and push the game along. In a solo game, you add actually 2 bots. They're both going to be taking spaces. They score as 1, and so we just have 1 common enemy to beat, and that is the goal, to have more points than our enemy. Okay, so in the solo setup, we're going to set up our board exactly the same as in a 4-player game. So we're going to start with a board. All of our little dials are here on the center. We've got a little snail and a little squirrel. We're going to be the first player, and we're going to start with 15 shells, 2 dice that are set on their kind of inactive state. We've got then a catalyst and a reagent and a deck of 12 cards that we're going to go ahead and shuffle up really well. All right, for the bot, they're going to have this base tile that's kind of going to determine when they're out of cards. They're going to have 10 rival cards that will shuffle up there. They're going to have a deck of only 9 because they don't start with the kind of the 3 bad cards the typical deck builder has, right? Those cards that just clog your deck. They don't have any of those. They just have the 9 starting cards, and they're not going to do anything with those. Those are just they're going to add to this deck, and it's giving points is all that's going to matter there. You have 2 different difficulties, the 1-star or the 2-star. We'll just do on the 1-star. That'll show enough about the game. And then we need to give each of us a random alchemist and a random arcana. So I guess we'll just put these out here. There's 6 of them. So let's just take a die, roll this for me. And I am number 3, which is this dude here. Alchemist tile. Oh, it's Alchemist tile 2, but I am the Aether alchemist, so I can convert the void or whatever this one is. I forget the name of this one, but into Aether, which is great. Yeah, it is called void. It even says there in the player aid. Tabletop Simulator mod. Tabletop Simulator mod is not automated, but it is well documented and laid out, so you can play it pretty easily. Okay, for the bot, let's go and roll them a die as well. That one was already chosen. Sorry. This is number 6, so they're going to play this snake dude, and they also need 1 for the purple player, and that's going to be number 2, so this one. Well, that actually worked out pretty well, because this green looks very similar to this dude. I'm just going to hit L to lock that so it doesn't move around, and then we'll note the purple player is that one. Okay. The only reason they have them is because if I go to the worker spaces where they are, then I can use their abilities. Which is to convert void into water or lightning, or void into fire or earth. So I've got a good choice there. All of these will be out of the game. And then we'll do the same thing with the Arcana. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me roll for myself first. And in a real game, you could draw out 2 and pick 1 or something. We're just going to go completely random here. So this is my Arcana. I am this rainbow squirrel mole something. I don't know what that is. But he has the ability, when you infuse the feather, instead you get to infuse a wild. And this will all make sense when we talk about the rules. But his the bad thing is his infusal here is I have to increase my blight. Ooh, okay, I don't like that. Put the squirrel on the starting step. Lock that one for now. And I guess the bot doesn't get an Arcana. Yeah, they don't need one. Okay. So we'll put these all back in a stack. It's not going to let me. There we go. Move them off the side. And the last thing, these are kind of, you don't have to include these, but I think they're kind of a good idea. We're going to shuffle these up and we're going to pick 2 of them. And these are kind of a race objective. So the first person to achieve this is going to get it. So you need to achieve this one, you need to have 12 or more prestige, and you must attune to the night phase, wherever space you are. Give me 3 points. Now, the bot doesn't actually do that, but if they ever get to 10 prestige, it's just going to assume they have this, which, hey, wait a minute. I have to get to 12 or more. They only have to get to 10, and they don't have to do that. One of those cheaty bot mechanics, right? That's okay. And then the other one here is to have 5 cards in your play area, with none of them being the starter cards. So this mechanic really wants us to, I guess, cull all the starter cards out of our deck. So that's interesting. You can see this really cool tower here called the Guild Tower. It holds a bunch of these bonus tiles. There'll be scoring mechanics, and also when our meeple goes on top of this, we know we're doing the brew action. There's 4 other actions here. And there's a lot of variability in this. These favorite tiles here, there's 4 of them. They're double-sided, so you're going to take basically from 8 choices, pick 4 of them and lay them out in a random location. Then there's 4 shops that kind of give you your worker action. You're going to lay them out in a random place and then pick side A or side B for each of those. In the starter game, you just do A1, B1, C1, D1. And then here down at the bottom is the night actions, and these are also random. And can be A1 or 2, a B or 1 or 2, whatever. I think in the first game you start with A1, B2, C2, D2. So this could totally be shaken up, randomized, moved around every game. You'll just have to figure out which worker space is going to give you the most benefit each turn. We also need to lay out some cards in the market. So there's going to be a 5-card market. After the 3rd one in this market, there's a canal, and that's going to matter because these 2 cards here are going to be cheaper, and they're all going to flow down this way as they're bought or purchased. Okay, anything else we need to do? No, we can get rid of these objective cards. Are these? Yeah, these are the objective ones. These are not like the end game. Yeah, there's an end game version of these, but you don't play with that when you're doing solo. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. I've only played this once. So hopefully I get everything right. Reset my die here. Back to 4, I think is the void side. Okay, and the very first thing we're going to do after we shuffle our deck is we're going to draw 4 of them. And so I'll pick those into my hand, and we're going to play. We must play all of them. And I drew a horrible hand. Wow. Okay, so we've got a lightning and an earth, and then 2 of these cards called Vile Thorns. Now, Vile Thorns increase our blight. And this is kind of the potion, the Quacks of Quedlinburg thing, where if you get too much blight, when you get to the end, you have to brew, whether you're ready or not. So getting blight is not the greatest. But I know in my starter hand of 12, there's 3 of those, or 11, I guess. No, there's 12, yeah. 12 cards, 3 of them are blight. So I guess I'm getting rid of them early? I don't know. Okay, that's the kind of the initiation of the game, and we should be ready to start. So the first thing we do, it's written across the top, is we're going to place our meeple. The only rule there is you must move your meeple to a new location. It cannot go where it was before. So the different worker spaces, and remember these shops can be completely random wherever they land up, but in this case, shop A here is going to be to buy 1 card, and if we buy one of these cards on the right, then we get a 1 shell discount. Shell is the money supply, the currency in this game. So this would be a nice way to pick up a card, especially if we want one of these 2 on the right. The second one, you're going to pay 2 shells, but then you have the opportunity to buy 2 of these cards. You're not going to get a discount, so you have to pay full cost, which is in the bottom right of the card. Or you can buy an additional reagent. Now, reagents are important when we're brewing, and also to unlock the actions of certain cards, like this mushroom here. So those can be important. The third shop here, spent 3 shells to either buy a catalyst, which doubles the effect when you're brewing of an element. So that can be really powerful too, or it can give us another elemental die, which has a lot of multi-uses. A lot of these I was going to say currencies or resources have multiple uses. So they're all good at all the time. And they're also limited. There's only 15 of each. So, and that's based on player count. We're doing the 3-player limit, which is 15. The final shop here is going to be where we're getting our income. There's 2 options. You can either get your income or you can pay to move your snail. Now the snail is this track here, and as it moves further to the right, our income gets better. Now we trigger income either when we go to the space or every time we need to cycle our deck. So there's good things that happen with income where you get your money and you get to recycle your cards. There's also you get 2 blight. So you can only do this so many times. So it really kind of pressures you to, a lot of deck building games, you just want to have like a super small deck or a really large, powerful deck. This one's like, you got to balance it, right? This game is all about balance, as you'll see later as we start to brew. But yeah, so that's when we're going to move our snail. When you move your snail, one thing you get is access to the bonus tokens or bonus tiles, which are your end game scoring things. So moving the snail early can be pretty powerful so that you can know what you're trying to score, right? Otherwise, you're a little bit blind. As far as the market right now, the bottom right, as we said, was the cost to acquire the card. The bottom left is what's going to happen when you draw that card out of your deck, like we saw when we just drew our 4 cards. A lot of them have nothing, but there's some that are good, some that are bad, some that have a cost, but that's there. And then the top left is the element they can infuse into your potions. So while this is a wild element, this is an earth, organic, and this one is, I think if you do blight, oh, that one's, I don't know if I've seen that. I only played it once, so I haven't seen every single thing, but they've got a great player aid here. That's this one, so a latent material. So if there's blight on another card in your play area, then you can add this. So this blight here, the blue one, would only apply, this infusion would only apply if there's blight on another card. So if we had like that card or something. And then this one here is you infuse the organic, but you also get to copy another card. So if you did this one and copy this one, you'd get a green, earth, another green, and if there's blight, which there is, another blue. So these two are actually pretty nice together. That would be 8 of my coins, though. Can I afford that? I have 15. Moving my snail costs 4. So that's going to be almost all of my tokens if I did choose to do that. But I think we can. Oh, that's going to be 2 more. So it's actually going to be 10. Problem is then the nighttime thing. This nighttime action also costs 3. We'd be over our limit. All right, so maybe we buy this cheapo, this little 2 one here. Also, cards are better if their elements are on the same side of your board. And you'll notice that that had lightning and green, but the other one had brown and green, so the brown and green is a much better card. So I think I want this one. Maybe since it's on this side of the river, and this is just like the really card I want, maybe I'll go to the cheap one and get the discount. So I'm gonna move my meeple here. That is not going to give me this. This is if somebody else comes to the same space, then I will get an extra shell, and I'll get to flip one of my catalysts over. But that's only if somebody comes here. What I actually do is going to do this action, which again we said is buy a card and you get a discount. So I'm only going to pay 3 to take this card. All cards you purchase, unless said otherwise, go to the bottom of your draw deck. So in Tabletop Simulator, you hold down right and left click, and then you can slide it under. And we said that was going to cost me 3 shells. And then one cool part of this game is the concept of following. So all other players, now that I've done my main action, can follow me by paying the cost, which in this case is to flip a catalyst or a reagent. Now the bot doesn't have to do that. They are just going to look at this space, the top of their card, and they're going to follow me if I went to C, which I did not. So they're not going to follow me. And so that's the end of my turn, and now this green player will go. He's going to flip a card over, and it'll tell him where he wants to go. Now this says he wants to go to the brewing space. He cannot do that because he's currently on the brewing space. So instead he's going to go to A, which is actually great news for us. So green is coming here to A. So since I've been bumped, or not bumped, but invaded, I don't know. I think it's called handshaked. Yeah, we shake hands. We're like, hey, high five, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to get a shell. And if I had a catalyst to flip over, I could, but all my catalysts are refreshed, so that's not going to give me anything. And then the green player, if it was a human, they would get to use my power, which is to infuse Aether, but they don't do it as the bot. That's one thing that they get screwed out of. So they're going to do their action, and at the end of my turn, I should have refreshed the market, because he's going to do the same thing and take a card. They always take the card on the right, no matter what, so you can kind of control what cards they get by what you purchase. So that's his action. He does not pay any shells, whatever, but I have the opportunity to follow, okay? I would have to flip either a catalyst or a reagent, and I think we're going to go... Where do I expect them to go? If they go here, I'm probably not going to do it because I'm not going to buy 2 cards, but if they go here, I definitely want to follow. So I think I'll flip the catalyst, or the catalyst. So it allows me then to do this action again. The cards do not refresh, so I'm going to have to take from what's available. But I think I like this guy here. He's only going to cost me 3. And since my other card relies on a blight producing card, then this will work out with it. So, and I know they're going to draw them together, right? Because they're coming out as a set, because they're all... We don't shuffle that deck at the beginning. All right, so that was a 4 cost. So again, it's costing me 3 shells. Beautiful. And I'm done. Okay, now that's the end of the green player's turn, so they will refresh the market here. The green and the 2 bots don't follow each other, they don't handshake each other. But now it's the purple's player. He's going to come here, and they are going to see. Okay, so come down here. And they're going to do the action, which is just take a 2x or a dice, and they refer to this part of the card to see what they're doing. They're doing the bottom action, which is to take a die. They don't actually end up using these dice or spending them. They just get victory points. And I think they're supposed to start with some. Let's go to the solo book here. The bot starts with 1 2x, 1 solo, and 2 dice. So we'll give them... And this is not from the supply of 15. It was from like the initial supply. So they should have their 2 dice. Okay, so that fixes their starting method. Sorry if you guys noticed that, but it is now corrected. Cool. So that's them done with C. Now I can follow, and I plan to, and that's why I saved my reagent here. And so now I will come here and spend 3 shells. And what do I want to get? Do I want to get another catalyst or a die? I think the dice can be more useful at the beginning, especially because when I acquire die, I get to roll it. So that starts on lightning. Okay. That's the end of the daytime phase. Now we go to the nighttime. Only really I do anything in the night. And the first thing is I can either do the nighttime action, or if I'm on the brewery spot, then I would do my brewing. I'm not, so I'll do the nighttime action. And for this space here, where I am, I can either move my blight back by 2, or back by 1, sorry, back by 1, or I can pay 2 shells to take one of these really cool cards called a Echo Lily. Echo Lilies are available up here. When you draw them, they give you a shell and another draw. They cost nothing, obviously. And when you play them, or wait, sorry, when you infuse them, they infuse another card's elements, and then they go away. So there's a lot of cards like this in deck builder games, but it's kind of like a one-time really powerful card. But if you actually never infuse it, it's just going to keep giving you shells and draw cards in your deck. And so that's pretty powerful. Plus, you know, this thing says you want to have 5 cards out and none of them starter cards. Well, this is not a starter card. So I think that's what we want to do. Even though my blight is up a little high, I think we're okay for now. Let's go and pay our 2 shells and take an Echo Lily and stick that on the bottom. Okay. Next, if we wanted to, well, if we could, we can, I can't remember the name, it's up here. It's called Attune. Now, if we attune, which would be spending a purple and a yellow in any combination, so it could be 2 purples, 2 yellows, or 1 of each, then we could do this action again. Unfortunately, I have the purple, but I do not have the yellow, even though my guy gives it to me, but I can't do this unless I play a card with that symbol on it. So I can't attune to the night. And so to finish out my night, I'm going to brew, or basically attune one of my cards. So what do we want to do? We've got lightning and earth is our only choice here, and they're opposites, right? So when you brew your potion, you're going to find out what, if it's on the left side, what's immediately to the left of the token. If it's on the right, it's what's to the right of the token. So if it's here, then I would get 3 shells and 2 victory points when I brew. So there's a kind of a balance. And then if a lot of your tokens are on the same side, you get that many shells. So if you have all 5 on the same side, that's 5 extra shells. It's a huge part of this game as far as your income goes for the next round after you brew. But it's not always easy to go the same way. So I don't know. I mean, the cards that I acquired had some green, so maybe we're going to try and go left. So let's go ahead and brew, attune. Is that what it's called? What's the name? I'm going to use the wrong. It's not exhaust. Copy all the play effect. Infuse. There we go. Attune was the nighttime thing. Infuse is putting this card in. So we are going to actually lose the card for until we brew. So it's out of our deck. But now we have 1 earth element attuned into our potion. Okay, so go ahead and then the next phase of the night is to discard all your cards, all your played cards. We'll put them in the discard pile here. Then the next thing is to draw 4 from our deck. And there's our 4 cards, and then we're going to play all of them in any order. So this card does nothing, this card does nothing, this card lets us draw a card, so draw 1. This card would let us do our ability here. Huh. Because you, I guess we're required to. That's kind of, I guess because this is the most powerful Arcana, because it's wild, it has the most painful, like, ability. So anything that's in red outlined is a required action, whereas anything not in red can be skipped. So I guess we have to take another blight. And then this one will allow us to roll one of our die. So we'll go ahead and take one of these kind of gray ones and roll it to see what we get. It's purple. Okay, that's not bad. Having 2 of the same color is actually really nice. Especially if we want to do some tuning. Okay, what are we going to do now? That's all our played. I was going to say, why do I have 5 cards? It's because we drew 1. Yeah, so we normally have 4, but we did draw. We played them all. Now we check for the end game. Does anyone have 25 points? No. And there's one other check, is to see if they're out of cards in their deck, which they're not. And if not, then we go ahead and start a new day. I'll take my worker. I need to move him to another location, and I can see that if I go to A or C, they're going to follow me and do that action. So I'd probably like to avoid that. And I think I'm going to go over to D. D will be nice, especially if they follow, because I'll get 2 shells. But then it's going to let me either get my income, or it's going to let me spend shells to move my snail. Now, if they do come over here, I will be able to collect 2 shells and then immediately take my income, because I've got 2 dice of the same color. That's the requirement here. So I think I want to increase what my income is by moving my snail right now. So I'm going to pay the cost, which is 4. I'm going to be down to 1 shell. But I'm hoping they come to D. It's not, it's a 2 out of 8 chance, 2 out of 10 chance, something like that. So I paid 4. I'm going to move over 1. And I'm going to immediately get what's to the left and what's under it. So I get 1 shell back. You can see now my income, rather than being 3 shells, is going to be 4 shells. So I improve my income. And then I'm going to draw 3 bonus tiles and keep 1 of them. So I'll flip these over. This first bonus tile is for having a bunch of catalysts. That could be pretty easy to do. Did I buy another catalyst? No, I did not. The second one is to have a lot of cards with the blue, I can't remember what this one is, spectral symbol on there. And this one is to have a lot of cards with the organic. Now, I know I've already bought one of these cards. Plus, I should have a base card with that on it. But bonus tiles, I mean, these ones are just super important. I think, easier than acquiring lots of cards. So I'm going to take this one and do that. And you know what I did not give the bot is I did not give him his bonus tiles. He should have 2 bonus tiles. And that's really important because I want to control what cards I give him. Okay. So this might have changed my decision making earlier, but he's trying to collect a bunch of dice and he's trying to collect cards with the mountain symbol on them. So don't give him mountain cards. This is not, there's no mountain cards out there. Perfect. He can have any that he wants because they're worthless to him, other than he gets a point for every 3 cards. If you're playing on the more difficult, it's a point every 2 cards. Okay, that's my turn here. I moved my snail, got my stuff, and so it is the bot's turn. They're not going to follow me because I went to D. He goes to, he's going to try and brew a potion. They don't actually brew a potion until their deck is empty, but it's just kind of like a bumping mechanism or whatever. And so whenever they do that, they're actually going to discard 2 cards to keep the market moving. And that's his whole action. Nothing I can do to follow when he goes there. So immediately go to the purple player, and they're going to A. Bummer. Now, if they were already at A, then they would go to the second choice, which would be B. But we're going to go here. Now, if you are good at counting cards, you can see that they've gone... Actually, it's pretty mixed. The top actions, they've done both the brew, so they have... I think they have 2 of each. So B is likely going to be in the next set pretty quick. But, you know, can't 100% know. Anyway, he's going to A. No one to bump. He's going to take a card. So he's going to grab this card. It doesn't have mountain on it, so I'm fine with that. Oops. And then I get a chance to follow. Remember, I'd have to flip one of my tokens, and I do not have a token, so I cannot do that. I cannot follow him. So round over, we'll go into the nighttime phase. Again, I'm going to do my nighttime action if I choose to. This one is to either reduce blight by 1 or pay 2 shells to get a wild infusion. I have 2 shells. I don't really know what I want yet, so I think that's not as good as just moving my blight back for free. So that's my night. Now I could attune if I had 2 mountains or ether, which I do not. So that is my first start of my night. Now I'm going to infuse one of my cards. Now I could infuse the feather. If I infuse the feather, then that's going to give me a wild plus move my snail up. Let's see what's on the back side of him really quick. Once he's better, okay, it improves his ability. Oh, a lot. Yeah, I need to get this guy up. So I think I'm going to infuse the feather. Now, I'm not going to get this card back until I brew, so it's going to be a bit. But actually it gets this out of my hand, which I don't want to see this symbol because it's bad right now. So because I infused a feather, I get this, which is going to be unique to every Arcana. And so I get a wild. You might as well just... maybe we'll use yellow, because there's not a lot of yellow in the deck. So that immediately gets me up to the 1 shell mark. Actually, that would get me to the 3. Maybe this is better. We'll do that. And then I move my squirrel up. If I do this again, I move the squirrel, the last one, flip this over, and it becomes the nicer version. He, like, Pokemon evolves. Okay. So that was my night. Now I need to discard all these cards. I need to draw 4 new ones. These should be pretty good ones. They're the ones I bought, right? Let's keep... the order you play in can matter. So I'm going to play this one first to let me draw a card. I'm then going to do this one, which is going to give me a blight, but it then says discard a card to draw a card. Well, I'll discard this card. Then I never have to play it and draw this card. And then this one then says take a shell and draw a card. Shell. And now because I have no cards to draw, I'm going to flip this over, shuffle it. I'm going to get 2 blight. And then my income, which is 4 shells. Okay, I still got 2 more cards to play. We'll play this one, which is roll a die. Let's go and roll this one. Okay, whatever, it didn't change. And this one, which does nothing. Now, the starter cards, so they have a tiny little... I think that's a white number on them. It's hard to see, but it's like -1. It means it's the first players. And then, no, because I bought this one. But this one's a starter card, 306-1. So anything that says -1, I think, is a starter card, which will matter for the whole, have 5 cards down. They're not starters. So I didn't achieve that. That's fine. But I have played all my cards. So that is the end of the night. We don't have 25 points. The game's not over. His deck is not empty, so we go to the next day. Okay, where do I want to go now? We think they're going B. At least one of them is probably going B. And I have, how many shells I got? I've got a decent amount. I've got 7 shells. These should have slid down. Well, there's some cheapos out here, so let's go ahead and go here. And I'm going to pay 2 shells. So it's going to limit me to 5. I don't have to buy 2 cards. I get to buy up to 2 cards. So we're probably looking at, with a 5, a 2, and a 3. Now this one adds Blight and Spectral, but you discard a card to draw 2. That would be pretty nice, but we're not really going to Spectral game, are we? Whereas this one, oh, I can't leave it. I don't even look at this one, I guess, unless I'm only choosing to buy 1 card. It's another Wild. That's another Blight. I probably shouldn't add any more Blight cards. So maybe this one. Oh, it's Fire and Pink, though. That's completely opposite. I mean, I don't have to go all the right side. I can move brown and green this way, and then Fire. What's this one? Metallic and Eldritch. Something like that, and I'll get 3. Okay, that's not a horrible card. Let's take... Actually, these ones work better together. So maybe I just don't do green. Okay, let's do that. That's fine. So this 3, this 2. Slide those under. Okay, all my shells. Okay, and that was that. And I could have just paid 2 to get a reagent instead. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. Because I'm not going to be able to do this now that I have only 3 shells. Whatever, it's fine. We got a lot of cards. We're going for this, have 5 non-starter cards. Achievement. That's like our goal right now. They are not following, or they are following. Why did I go to B? Oh, dang it. So they're following to B, which is they are just going to draw these 2 cards. And then these are all going to refresh. You can see this card's a little bit different. It just costs 5, but you get a catalyst and a reagent. There's different kind of like or buckets that you can buy that are just reagent or supplies, resources instead of cards. Okay, so that is my turn. It is now going to be green player. He's going to A. And remember, they don't handshake themselves, so nothing happens other than he does the action, which is to take a card. I can follow. If I flip something, I have nothing to flip. So that's the end of that turn. Then the purple player, he's going to D. Dang it. I guessed poorly. He goes to D. Whenever he goes here, he doesn't do the action of the shop. It is actually, he does what's on the card, which is to take a card and to take Catalyst. And when he takes this kind of card, he just gets a resource. So he's actually getting 2 Catalysts and a reagent. And that card will discard. Catalysts and reagents, for every 5 he gets is 1 point, but also sometimes he needs them for his bonuses. Not this time, so not a huge deal that he acquired that. I'm okay. Okay, I think we're good there. Do I want to follow? I would need 2 of the same die. I have 2 of the same die. Oh, that was the whole plan. I wanted to trigger my income. Just 4 shells, but might as well. So we set these back to their kind of uninfused void side, and then that was the cost to follow him. I can't unfortunately move my snail again, so I'll just take my income, which is 4 snails. Or 4 shells, sorry. Snails produce shells somehow. Okay, let's go into the night phase. Oh, now I have shells. I can do this. Do I want to? Let's infuse. I'll infuse something, and then I'll get my second infuse. So I'll actually have 4 in here. I have a Blight, so this card is actually pretty decent to infuse right now. But I don't really have a second one that's good. Yeah, I won't do the roll my dice though. I will. Fine, we're doing it. 1, 2, 3. pay that, do the nighttime infusion. So we're going to infuse this card. That gives me a brown. It gives me a green. If I had a reagent, the whole purpose of a reagent is you get to move them the opposite direction. So right now when I got a green infusion, if I played a reagent, I could actually move it down a green over to blue. But that's okay. That's what we're doing. And then we get this this one too, the crystalline, because we have a blight in our pile. Okay, that was my night action. I cannot attune to it because I don't have the right things. Oh, I do get to roll 3 dice. I'm going to only roll 2 of them and then roll 1 of them again. Roll this one again. Okay, that's actually not going to be well. Okay, that's not going to work for us. Oh well. I'll show you what those different things do. Actually, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It'll work out. So I'll finish the rest of my night team, which is to infuse another element. We could go green, we could go blue. Blue doesn't help unless you get a couple of them. Well, this one is to copy, but then get rid of this card, and I want to keep this card. So I think we'll do the green. Here. Okay. Discard all my cards. Draw 4 new ones. And then play them. Okay. Nothing wonderful. I'm going to roll this one. Mountain. Does nothing, gives me blight. We're about halfway on the track before we're forced to brew. But we're not in a bad state. Brewing right now, it would not give us a lot of points, but would give us quite a bit of money. Okay, that's the end of the night phase. So go back into the day. Now they have 4 more cards, so in 2 more turns they're going to brew. And they brew a lot more than I think the human player will, but you do need to kind of keep up with them. So I should aim to brew in the next 2 turns as well. Which means I would need to take an action here, and then my next action would be to brew. Okay, so I think I should buy some supplies then, if I'm going to brew soon. How much money do I got? I got 1 coin. I can't buy supplies. I have to go get income. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck, because I can't buy cards. This one I could buy for 1. It just lets me switch my die. Gives me those infusions. Not great, but I can't afford either of these. So I think I'm going to D. All right, so when I go handshake the bot, they get a card. So you're encouraged not to do that, but we kind of the only choice we had. Maybe haven't learned quite this game how to conserve my shells. I seem to just spend every single one I have. I'm like, oh, I can get all these cards. Let's do it. All right, can't pay to move my snail, so I'm taking income, which will be 4 shells. So I'm up to 5 now. I will be able to copy. Oh no, actually, I can attune to this one, so I can move my thing back twice and take this guy. Okay, cool. They are not following because they're an A/B follow. Green player is going to go to C. I am not there. He's going to do the top action, which is to take a catalyst. And then I can follow by flipping a reagent, which I do not have, so I can't. Purple player is going to B. They're going to take 2 cards. And I can't follow because I don't have a catalyst. Okay, nighttime actions. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. So I'm going to move my blight back. 1. And then I think I'm going to spend 2. So I'm gonna spend these dice here, so this will go back to void. So I can attune to it. I'll spend 2 coins. And then I'll do this action again, but this time I'm spending the 2 coins to do a wild infusion. And I think this one's gonna be my best. That one there. Yeah, that's the best one to do. And I take this little token here. Now, when I did my first game, I actually never earned one of these tokens, so I need to remember what they do. They're in kind of like the advanced extra features rules. So we'll go to here, advanced content. So here we go, advanced tuning. When you tune to a rune during the night, you perform its night a second time as normal, then you gain the Runalith tile. If another player is holding it, you take it from them. While you hold the Runalith, if you tune to the rune tile matching in future turns, you do not have to pay the shell cost of using the night action. Okay, so the second time you do it, you don't pay the shells. You still have to attune. Huh. Okay. Now, does the bot take this from me ever? Let's see. Is there anything mentioned about the Runaliths? Maybe you don't play Runaliths in the thing. No additional steps. All right, I'm just going to not play with them because I don't know what the bot's going to do. So maybe feedback for the designer if they ever watch this is if I either missed a rule or if I didn't and it's not just not there, maybe add a rule about can these Runaliths be played in solo and does the bot ever take them from you? Okay, so that was my nighttime action. Now I'm going to do the single attune. Do we want to do blue? Purple, no. Fire, doesn't get anything. So we're going to do blue. Move us up here. So we're going to lose a shell, but we'll get a point. So I think that's an okay trade. Discard. Hit G to group them up if you haven't played TTS before. Draw 4. I just hit the number 4 and play these. Oh my gosh. This is going to be bad. Okay, so we'll go ahead and draw a card because I know there's no bad ones to draw. I can turn any... Oh, I can turn any dice one time to a lightning. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's not... it's better than having void, I guess. What's lightning? Lightning's a 5. There's a little cheat sheet here. There we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and play this one, which is nothing. This one and this one give me 2 of those. Okay, so if I brew right now, I'm going to lose 2 shells from my total. It's whatever's on the right. If you're up in this area, you're going to add extra vile thorns. So as long as I can brew now before moving up one more time, I'm okay. Don't have to add any more bad cards to my deck. I think that's the plan. So let's go ahead. We've done this. Not at 25 points. They still have cards, so it's our turn. I'm going to go ahead and choose to do a brew action. So I'll come up on here on the top, and I have no day action when I do that. Okay, green player, he's going to go to D. Then he's going to do the D action here, which is take a card and a die. Card gave him a green. Now I could follow if I had 2 dice that I could attune, and I do not, because void dice do not count here. Not attune, but follow, whatever. I'm going to use the wrong words all the time. It's okay. So that's green player's turn. We'll go to yellow. And they're moving to B. No, purple. Sorry, purple's moving to B. There is no yellow player. Purple's moving to B. They're already at B, so they'll move to C. At C, they're doing the top action, which is to gain a catalyst. Now, since they're not scoring for catalyst, remember they get 1/5 of a point, plus they're just taking them from me, because there's only 11 left, and remember, I want to get 7 of them, and I have 1. So maybe that wasn't the best card to take. We'll see. But that's the day phase. Or I guess I could copy this if I had a reagent, which I do not. Okay, night phase. I'll go into brewing. So we're going to skip the night action and this free infusion. We'll go right to here. And I can infuse up to 5 cards if I want. Well, I'm not going to do these, so they're just discarded. I don't want to do the blue. Oh man, this was bad. None of these cards I want to do. Okay. I need a lot of reagents apparently for the cards I have, but I'm gonna choose to infuse 0. That's a very bad choice, but I think it's gonna be better for me as far as my potion. If I could infuse just 1 water, I at least would have got a shell for having this on the side, or 1 yellow. Oh well. So now the second step in brewing, and it is outlined in your player aid here. So infuse my cards up to 5. Then I'm going to transmute using my power. My power lets me to turn 1 void into an aether. Aether is a 3, so that's my special power. Now I can infuse dice. So if I want to put any dice into the potion, I can. Now lightning, bad, but Aether, what it does is any of these tokens that are on the little yellow shinies move up 1. So I actually got to move 2 by doing that and got a really good return for that. So that was a great use of my special power. That's my infused dice, and now I appraise, which is basically just count how much this thing is worth. Turn my phone off, sorry. So as far as coin value, I have 0, 3, 7, 10 total. Plus I have 3 on this side, so I'm going to get 13 shells, but then minus 2, so 11 is my reward. So 11 shells there. And as far as points, I get 1, 2, 3. 3 points. Not a bad for a first brew, but I don't know. You want to try and get 5, I think, your first one. I just had horrible cards for what I needed to do. Okay, after that, then we're going to reset. So all these are going to go back to 0. We're going to take all of our dice, and any dice, even the ones we didn't use, and re-roll all of them. We're going to flip over all of our resources, and then all these cards are going to move to the discard pile. Last thing that's going to happen is we'll reset our blight. This is kind of where the whole mechanic of, well, in Quacks, it's a good thing when you move this little token up. In this one, it's a bad thing, because it means now my blight is going to start on 2 instead of 1, or 1 instead of 0. I don't know. It's just further up the track. So less I can do before I go. Okay, so that's my reset. Now I still need to follow the rest of this, which is to discard all my cards. I already discarded them. Draw 4. I didn't draw enough, so we do need to reset here, which is I'm going to immediately start on 2 blight. Okay, fun. Get my income, which is 4 shells. Yeah, a lot of money. Okay, that's good. And I what, need 3 more cards? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? All right, well, we will play this one, which will give us a blight, which allows us to then discard a card to draw 2. See, order is going to matter, because if this card letted me discard another one, I could have got rid of this, but it's not going to do that. So I'll play this one. Lets me change anyone to a lightning. Let's change this, like water and fire opposites, so we shouldn't have both of those. And I think we're going to try and go right this time. It seemed to be better. So let's keep the fire and switch this to the lightning, which is what this card allows us to do. Which one is lightning? 5. There we go. And then these 2 cards do nothing. This card gives us more blight. Wow, we already like halfway. That was bad. That's the end of my turn. I will go to their turn. Remember, they're out of cards, so they're going to brew as well. Their brew is really easy. They're going to take their top 2 cards, which is 8, and they're going to get that many points. So that's not good. But it's going to take these 2 cards out of their deck, so they won't be scoring that again. But it does mean they're going to brew faster now for the next phase. Let's just put that back, reshuffle. Let me see if there's anything else I'm forgetting for their brew phase. Yeah, the precedes values, discard the cards, combine them. Okay. And then we have the next round. So we have the first player. Where would we like to go? I've got a lot of money, so buying 2 cards can be a powerful thing. This one, the one time blue, pink, wild, and then get rid of the card. This one is a draw card, then flip over something to reduce your blight. And any cards that have that flip over, you only have to flip over 1 per turn to access all the powers. So having both of these, I could draw a card, then flip over 1 thing, pull a card out of my deck, which would be nice. Plus, move the blight back once. I think that's the 2 I want, even though this one is pretty nice, but it's only a one-time infusion. And these 2 have blight. I just can't take any more cards with blight. So we're gonna pay. We're gonna first go from the guild to here. We're gonna pay the 2 coins to do the action and get 2 cards. That's 10 total. And of course, I just got a ton of money and I just spent it all. So don't look at me for strategy. I'm more teaching you the game. Okay, now I didn't look at their card, but they are following me to B. Ugh, that was a bad choice. Oh, because they're going to take this one. But they would have taken this one if I took this one. Whatever. They followed me to B. And that's their turn. So we refresh the market here. That's not a bad one. It's a little bit random if the cards match. So right now I've just been buying as soon as I have money, but I should probably be focusing more on the elements of the cards and strictly trying to build a deck that is all of one type, or or focused at least. So I don't want lightning and mountain in my deck. I want just one or the other. And even better if they're all on the same side, which is not going to happen often. But that's that. Let's see. I'm just going to check my timer real quick. Okay, we're good. So it's green player's turn. He's going to C, where they don't handshake each other. So he just takes his action. He's taking the bottom action, which is a die. That's contributing to their score. And then I can follow. Let's see, right? Yeah. That is flip over this to buy one of these. I definitely want to do that. So I'm flipping over that, paying 3 shells. I think I'm going to buy a catalyst. Okay. So I copied there. Now the purple player is going to go. They're going to A. I'm not getting bumped at all. This is nuts. Like, there's only 5 places and they're picking 2 of them. Whatever. All right, purple player is going to draw a card. Now I could follow for the cost of a flip. Do I want either this card, especially green wild, turn things into a mountain for 4? Oh, this one is even better. Draw a card, get money. Yeah, so I'm gonna buy this one. It's not gonna be worth a discount, but I'm gonna need to flip something. So I'll flip a catalyst. Pay 4. What? Why do I do this to myself? Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I need the money. I gotta buy resources. I want to do both of these actions. Oh, I'm just there. Well, I'm doing the bottom action anyway. Okay. So I'm not following. So we just end the round. Or end the day. Okay. And now this was cheap. If I go here. Maybe I will go there. But we'll do the night actions. So I am going to do the night action. It's pay 3 coins. And I get to infuse something. So I'm going to do this like really powerful one again. And that goes to the right. That goes left. All 3 of these are left. What am I doing? Don't do this one. Do this one. Yeah, I'm doing that one. Okay. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to flip this one, which lets me move 2 on one of the tracks. So I'm going to do a double blue movement, because a single blue does nothing. And then we get a lightning. Okay. So that's that card infused for my night action. And then I get to roll 3 dice. You know what? I'll just use this infusion as my normal nighttime infusion and just not do this. Keep my money. Take back city, but I don't need to roll 3 dice. I've got 3. None of them are the same. I don't. Anyway, I'm not attuning. Okay, so the rest of the night actions is discard all these cards. Draw 4. Oops, that's 8. Put these back. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. Because you can't. You're not supposed to shuffle, right? So, play all of them. So that does nothing. Does nothing. Draws a card. Oh, my poor blight. And roll a die. Which die is the least? Probably this mountain. So we'll roll the mountain. Okay, stars, good. Stars like a wild when we're tuning. All right, that's my hand. They're not brewing, so we go to the next day. Okay, I'd like to go here and buy resources. Go here and buy card. We know that one was for 3. And then we'd spend 2 to get another one of those cool cards. Or I come here first. I would need 6, though, to do both of those. I only have 5. If they join me, green can't join me, but purple may. Card did they get rid of? Oh, both their C's. So there's one out of 6 chance they go in the same space as me. And either way, I'm giving this stuff. Do I go get money first? I could move my snail. If I move my snail, it would cost 5. I'd get to see another bonus tile, and I'd get to roll 2 dice. Not a good thing right now. Okay, so let's do this one. I could also do this one, but I don't have the money for it. Okay, settled. We're going here. Purple, I've handshaked, so they get a card. But I get to use purple's ability if I wish, which is turn a void 2 times, 2 voids into a fire or mountain. Well, I don't have any voids. Wasted. Okay. Then I'll do the action. I'll buy a card for 1 cheaper. So this really nice one cost me 3. I don't know what I'm doing. That's my daytime action. They're following A and B, so they're going to buy a card. This should, oh, I guess it would have reset at the end of their turn. So it should have like this. I bought this card, they will get this card. And then it resets again. It's hard to remember to reset because the market row is so busy. I think if I was designing it, I would make the underneath these, we want it to look pretty, but there is going to be cards on this all the time. So I want it to look like a void, like something is missing. Fix this before the end of your turn. Otherwise, you just see all these like markets there, and they don't visually. It doesn't look like something's missing. Anyway, maybe in the real copy of the game, it'd be more obvious because there'd be a physical instance of a card there. So that was purple getting following. Yeah, purple getting a handshake, right? Yes. All right. Green is going to C. They've already been there, so they're actually going to go up to the guild and discard 2 cards. That refills immediately. Okay, and then purple is going to B. Of course, they didn't copy me ever. Never copy me. Taking 2 cards. And look at that. Does it really take 2 cards? Yeah, just takes the day action. Okay. I follow them. It would be flip a catalyst to pay 2. Yes. I don't have a reagent. I have a catalyst. Let's flip. Oh no, it is flip a catalyst. What am I? I said the right thing that time. All right, flip a catalyst, pay 2 to get a reagent. Beautiful. Okay, that was my follow, and that's the end of the day. So we'll go to the night. I'm going to go ahead and do this action of the night. I don't have any money, so it's just going to be moving my blight back. And then I'm going to go ahead and attune to the night by spending a gold and a purple to do this action again, which would be to move my blight back again. Okay, feel comfortable about that. And I would take this one, but we're not playing that. It's actually cool. These components fly. I can't wait to buy those in the Kickstarter. See, flying components. They don't actually fly. This is a computer game version. Anyway, that was my nighttime action, so I'll do my infusion. I think I want to get the animal card out of my hand. So that will give me a wild. Let's go ahead and do metallic. That's going to move our squirrel. And now we have the upgraded version of him. Super rainbow spiky ferret. Yeah, ferret, that's what it is. But now my animal card is not bad. It allows me to refresh 1 card. Yeah, okay. And I get to infuse 2 wild cards next time I play the feather. All right, discard these cards. Oops, where are you going? Come back, come back, come back. There we go. Group, discard, draw 4. Okay, what do we got? There is no bad card. Well, we might get a bad card, so let's do a draw card. Oh, there it is. Cool. So we'll do another draw card. We'll do the discard a card to draw a card and take a blight. Do a... Ooh, is this worth it? That's a bad thing. Oh, because you can only cull out of your hand or out of your played cards. I guess I could cull one of my starter cards. But is that worth it to flip for? Probably not. It's better if you have multiple things. All right, so this lets me roll a die. So I'll go ahead and this guy. And then this one does nothing, and this one I choose not to activate. Okay, we have more than 5 cards, but I'm pretty sure this is a starter card, and we've got 3 starter cards in here, so does not trigger that. And the other one is to get to 12 points. Yeah, we don't have that either. So that is my attune and my play, and so my night phase is done. Their night phase is done. Day phase. I've got no money. I think I have to go get my income. And my income right now is, again, 4. 4 squirrels, or 4 shells, sorry. That's done there. They're not going to follow. They never followed a D, so that's one thing you can always note. Green is going to D. Hey, he actually came to me. I get 2 shells. Oh, finally. Finally, they give me something. Okay, 2 shells, and then he is going to do a card and a catalyst. The catalysts are almost gone. I don't think I'm going to get to the 7. I mean, even if I only get like 3, I still get some point. Okay. That was his D action. I could follow him. 2 of the same die. I don't have 2 of the same die. So I cannot follow, which would be really nice to get my income again. But all right. Purple player. They are going to A. So going up here. They're going to take 1 card. I could follow by flipping either thing. Do I really want any of these cards? This copies the draw of another card. So I'd like copy this card. Doesn't seem that great. Purple, is purple on my side? It is. I don't think I have any purple yet. Not bad. Red and gray is actually really nice. But it's not, it doesn't have a discount. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy a card. Okay, so reset the market. Oops. And go into the night phase. Currently I am here, so I can either move my blight back, pay 2 to put a wild in. I don't think I want to pay 2 right now, and I need to move my blight back a little bit. So I have a couple more turns. They're going to... oh, this turn. Yeah, they're going to... next turn, I guess. Brew. So I can either brew now or... next. Okay, so I want to infuse one of these. Fire and yeah, these are both good. Let's do that one. Do I want... I don't need to switch directions on either of them, and I don't have a 2, so just fire and blue. That'll be good for my Aether. Okay, that was that. This comes here. Good. Draw 4. Oh, I'm going to have to reset again. 2 more. 2 blights. And my income of 4. So having a very small deck in this game, you're going to trigger your income a lot. So you really want to move your snail up so you get all this stuff. But you will have to control blight. So kind of a choice there. All right, so let's play these cards. Do I want to sacrifice? I don't think I do. Let's go ahead. I'm probably going to actually brew because this is going to give me a huge hand. Remember, I'm going to brew 5 of them, so they should have some good cards. Here we go. Now we're chaining. Oh, I got to draw a shell as well. Now draw a card for that one. Oh yeah, let's just keep going. Draw a card, get a shell. Draw a card. There's one of these bonus achievements that is to have 9 cards played out. And you can only do that if you have tons of these draw card ones. We'll do this one, which draws a card. I got to choose right now. Do I want to flip something to move my blight back? The only thing moving my blight back will do if I'm brewing next is give me 1 extra shell, so it's not worth it. So I will decline to do that. Let's see, this does nothing, this does nothing. This lets me roll a die. This one. A fire, that's good, okay. And then this one, I have to take a blight. Oh, so maybe... Oh yeah, moving back wouldn't have done anything. So that's really good I didn't do that. Now I can discard to draw a card. Let's discard... What are we not going to use? We're not going to use the mountain for sure. Oh, that was a bad choice. Well, I guess I'm getting a new Vilethorn. Maybe I should have activated that one. Oh well. Okay, so that's our hand. We do have some starters in there, so we can't claim the achievement. And so we'll go into the day. They're not brewing, I'm not brewing, so, or I'm not ending. So I go up to the guild. And green is going to the guild as well. There's no handshakes up here, unfortunately. That's going to take 2 cards out of the game. Shuffle these down. Purple player is going also to the guild. Wow, okay. Big cycle of cards. I guess I should have known that. But actually it's going to be nice for them to get rid of both of these cards right now, because that means they will never go to the guild again. So I never have to worry about them shuffling cards, and I never have, and it's a higher chance they're going to bump me, right? And I'll get some kind of bonus, handshake bonus. Okay. I don't get a follow either one, though, so that's the problem. Let's go into the night. So I am brewing, so I can brew up to 5 cards. So let's take out the ones that I know I'm not, because I'm just going to discard these anyway. Green, I'm not doing. This will copy another card and get rid of it, but nothing else is really nice. I don't think I'm doing this one. Well, lightning. Yeah, lightning's a good one. It gives me 2 shells. The problem with the dice is I have to use them after I do my cards. So if I do blue, it's going to put it on a non-gold spot. I definitely want to do this one. So let's get rid of that one. I think I want to do lightning. I could... Oh, I definitely want to do a fire, right? Because it's right nothing right now. Then I could do these 2. Another fire is a point, whereas this goes me to here, and then I move up again. Get to 4. Yeah, I think that's those. These are the 5 I want. Okay. So we'll do the wild is a blue. Blue is a blue. The red. The lightning. And the white. So that's the 5 cards I'm allowed to brew. Then I'm going to, I need the steps again, transmute. So I'll use my special power. I can't because I have no void. And what dice do I want to infuse? Well, I definitely want to do both my fire. Move up 2 there. And I'm actually not going to use my catalyst because nothing moved the wrong way. So that, I guess that was a waste. My regent, sorry. I'm not going to use my regent. But actually this Aether is going to be nice because it's going to move here and here. Okay. Now we go ahead and figure out how much we get for all of this. So as far as coins, it's going to be 4, 7, 11, 14, minus 0. So, oh, and then plus 4, so 18. Look at all our money. We got tons now. But I will get a Tangled card, a Vilethorn card into my deck. And points-wise, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. You just gotta specialize. You gotta specialize. Up to 7. All right. Then I need to do my reset. So these all move back. My dice all come off. Get rolled. These are going to come here. This is going to move up. This will move down. Discard all my cards, and I'm good. Okay. I need to draw 4. We got mountain, mountain. Now that was not a bad draw. Oh, this was a horrible draw though. Again, starting behind the 8-ball. And then nothing, nothing. Wonderful. Those cards sucked. Oh, and this card is a discard as well. Okay. That's the end of my turn. They are going to brew because they're out of here. Remember, all they do is take these two cards, add them together, get 4. So they will move to 12. They're going to claim this one, which is okay. I didn't have money plans to claim that. And then these two cards are out of the game. Shuffle these back in. They only have 6 cards now, so they're going to brew in 3 turns, and then 2 turns, and then 1 turn. Like, it just keeps getting faster. And by the end, they will hit 25 for sure after they've gone through their whole deck. So you really have 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus, yeah, like 15 rounds total in the game. And the solo game. It's almost like Arc Nova in that aspect, that like each round they get a little bit shorter. The Arc Nova solo, at least. Okay, that was the end of the night. We go into day because nobody's hit 25. They're halfway, and I'm a third of the way, fourth of the way. Where am I going to? I got tons of money. I think moving my snail would be a good option here. And I can also do the attune there, so let's do that. Coming down here, we will pay to move the snail. So 5 snail or shells. He moves up. I get to roll 2 dice. I actually don't want to roll dice. That's fine. And then I'm going to draw 3 tiles. Flip those over and pick which one I want. Now the problem with doing this when you have if you don't remember what's in your deck is it'll be like, what do you want? Oh, cards with blight on them. As bad as it is, I have a ton of these. Cards with draw. Oh, I have a bunch of those. Let's get that one. And cards with wild. These are all good. Okay, so there is a thing. I'm drawing 3 and adding to my hand and then discarding 2. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I'm not going to max it out. So we'll get rid of that one. I need to get rid of one more. I don't think I have a lot of wilds, so we'll get rid of that one too. All right, so now we want draw cards and blight cards. Maybe. Okay, but even a couple gives us points. Okay. So that was my daytime action. They are not following, so they just go. Green is going to A. Doing the action of drawing a card. I can follow. Oh, I should have flipped all of these over too. I will flip a reagent to follow. Which card do I want? None of them have blight on anymore. This one has a draw. Blue and blue, I think, is good for us. Oh, it's kind of... Oh, no, that's bad for us if we're going right. This one's great for us, although we maybe should have kept this style. None of them are huge. This one's good. Let's do this one, because we have blight. Yeah, for 3. Okay, we don't get the discount, but we'll pay 3 to take this card. And then we'll refresh the market. They're okay, not great. Then it's pink player's turn. They're also going to A, of course. It means I should not go to A, because they're not going to follow me there. They're going to draw a card, and I could follow, but we kind of already determined none of the cards are really great. So we will just let them go. Okay, nighttime action. I'm here, so let's go ahead and do the... I think we want the wild attune. So we're going to pay 2. I think I'm going to attune... I think blue is our easiest to go. Although the dice help us here. We don't have any pink, but we have to move 2. Oh, if I get a star. Yeah, let's do that. No, I need to get 2 just to even get to the star. Oh, man. What did we roll in our dice? Mountain? Yeah, but we could use these. All right, I'm going to just try fire. Out of who knows what. But then I'm going to spend 2 mountain dice, because I need 2 of the same die, right, to go again. No, it's not 2 of the same die, is it? It's mountain. Yeah, we can just still use 2 mountains. So we'll put these at 4 to go again and spend 2 more to attune fire. Oh, is it a random? Oh, I wonder if you can't use it. Hold on, hold on. I'm just seeing that like the random is any material. Oh, you must do a material. Okay. I might have screwed that up, guys, earlier. But me making mistakes is the best way for you guys to learn. Let's just do 2 pink then, because we paid the 4 to do this twice. Okay, done. That was my knight. So then I need to infuse 1 of these. You said this card sucks for us. These all suck for us. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one and just flip my reagent to move it this way. So normally I'd have to move towards the blue. When you flip the reagent, you move it away from the blue. So done. Now, if I had 3 reagents, I could do this one and flip all 3 of them away, but I don't. 4. Man, I have so many blights. All right, we're going to do this again, which is to take a blight, discard a card to draw 2. I now need to flip these over. 1 more, take 2 blight, get my income, which is 4 money. And roll 2 dice. Okay. I'm then going to play this card to draw a card. Ah, dang it. This could be bad. It's all right. This does nothing. This does nothing. This lets us roll. We'll roll the mountain. Whoops. And it's just as bad. Okay. Done there. Done there. Daytime. Where are we going? We are going. We said not A, because they're not doing A again for sure. I think I'd like to get. I need to coal cards. I just have to. They're killing me right now, these bad ones. So I'll go here. I'm going to spend the 3 coins shells to buy. I think I'm going to get the. Oh, I got rid of the scoring for catalysts. But I think I want it. I want another catalyst. I'm going to have a ton, so I can just move up way a ton on these tracks. I need them. So that was my spend. They following? No. He's going to see. Hey, green, nice to see a handshake for a coin and flip a reagent. Oh, that was just what I needed, green. Thank you. He's going to do the top action. Just another catalyst. I have so many. And am I going to follow? I flip a reagent, I get another catalyst? Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I am. I will follow you. Oh, maybe I can't follow if I'm there. Yeah, I remember that rule. Sorry. There's a few rules that are like, by the way, if you are already on the space they go to, you cannot follow because you already did the action. Okay. I don't remember if I did that already this game. I probably did, but oh yeah, because I went here, moved the snail, and then took income. I cheated. It doesn't matter. We're learning the game. So I can't follow green. Purple is also going to C. So I get 1 coin. Flip the reagent. Well, at least I got all my stuff flipped. And they're doing the top. Take another catalyst. You guys love the catalysts. Okay, nighttime. I am here. So I'll spend 3 coins to cull a card. And I'm going to cull out this Vile Thorn, because it is worth -1 points at the end of the game if I don't get rid of it. Okay. That was my cull, and I don't have red and gold to do it attunement, so I can't do it twice. So finish the night, which is to do one of these. And you know what? There's something I did. When I passed this, I was supposed to take this guy and slot him right here. And so now I draw 5 cards instead of 4. So I think I would have had 1 more card down, which let me draw another card. Which, whatever. Okay. Now I'm choosing my 1. So I will definitely choose this one. It's going to be a fire, which I'll double, a blue, which I'll double, and a pink, which I will not double. So I think once you're maxed, it has this arrow. I'm not sure if you get this every time you move, because that would be really nice. Let me look up that rule about the end of the tracks. So where is... oh, this is just player aid. Where is infusing? Advanced rules. Infuse chromatic. There's gotta be something about the other track right here. In addition to shells and prestige, the Eldritch Rune track are on bonus when you brew and your markers have reached the end of the track. Advanced boards. Oh, okay. So on the basic board, everybody that reaches the end gets 2/2 plus this bonus. On the other side of this board, the B side, they're asymmetric, so what appears here might be different. Okay. So I don't get anything for pinging off the edge of that. But I'm getting 2 points, so not bad. Okay, done my one attunement. I need to discard all my cards. Do I have no starters? Oh, that's a starter. That's a starter. I have 3 starters. Jeez. I've not been culling very well. Hey, give me those shells back. Now I'm going to draw 5 again. I remember to do that. Play these. This one to draw a card and get a shell. Do we have a discard ability? No, we do have a coal though, so I'm probably going to use that. This one to draw a card and get a shell. This one, I will go ahead and play the reagent to access this. And that lets me cull a card out of my deck, or out of my hand or play area. This one does nothing, this one does nothing, and this one lets me set a die to purple. I'll do that. Okay, that's my play. And we go into the day phase. Do I want to brew? What is this looking like? Copy something. Need a ton more reagents, I think. To, oh, I could copy this one. That one's not. I could double up something. Double the gray. I don't know. I've got the gold. I got 2 purples. I think I need one more turn to get a few more reagents. I gotta spend this money. Okay. Where can I get a lot of reagents? Here, maybe? We're going to B? I think we're going to B. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 money to get catalyst or reagent. That's a reagent. Yep. Okay, they are not following me, so green is going to be as well. Hey, he is coming over to handshake me, which moves my light down. Nice. He's going to do the action on the bottom. Oh, have I been checking this for B? I might have not checked this. That's why they don't have any reagents. Ah, I forgot to check that. Okay, another rule that I forgot. Anyway, they're getting a reagent. They're not drawing 2 cards. You got to remember, anytime there's a slash, you need to look at this. So he did the bottom action of B. Okay. I could copy, though. I'm definitely going to copy if I can. It's flipping over this to spend 2. Get another one of these. Okay, so now I have enough to use that card. That's brilliant. Okay. And then purple is going to D. They are going to get 8 points. Oh my gosh. Is that going to end the game? Oh, they're going to be 1 short. Okay. They're going to get a card and a catalyst. I want to try and get to the end of the scoring. But my timer is running low. We got like 30 minutes. Okay. Do I want to follow them to D? It's 2 of the same die. I do have 2 purples. Let me move my snail. Yeah, that's worth it. Okay. So 2 purples back to their default. I'm going to pay to move my snail, which is 6. I'm going to pay 11, get 5 back. When I move my snail, I get a few things. I get 2 coins. That's good. And then the bottom of it, this is this tile here. Now when I brew at nighttime, I can brew all of my cards if I wish. So since I've focused on the draw more cards, I think the brew all is a really powerful thing for me to have. So that's my snail movement. Okay, that's the days. We go into the night. I'm here, so I will pay 3 coins. I'm just gonna call them coins instead of shells. To brew something. Let's brew this guy here. Oh, I can't get any doubles out of him though. That's okay. We'll do this. You know, this is probably a good time to brew this one actually, because then this card would stay in my deck. But I have too many cards. I'm not going to see this one again before I brew. So yeah, we're doing this one. Purple, blue. Okay, that's my 1 brew. Now, if you get up to 10, you get this one will let you double brew every night instead of single brew. Okay, so that was my 1 brew. I need to discard all my cards. And then draw 5. Play them. Let's do this one. Is take a blight. Discard a card to draw a card. Let's play this one to make hole first. No, take this one. We need to flip this over. Shuffle, draw 1, take 2 blight. Draw a card. Take a coin. Draw a card. Actually, I'm not too upset if I get to the end of the blight track, although we'll get 3 negative points. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I do not want to move blight up anymore. This one. I don't have any cards I want to cull right now. So I guess this is it. Yep, so I'm going to play this one for nothing. Play this one for my paw, which is now a good ability. I can flip something over, so flip a catalyst. Play this one to roll a die. Play this one, and I'm not going to activate it. Okay. We're going to choose to brew. Is our action. Green. Oh, they're empty. Sorry, before I did that. They are empty. They're going to brew. So they're going to collect 8 points and almost end the game. That was close. I guess when the end is triggered, everybody that triggers it gets 3 points, and everybody else gets to brew 1 more time if you're not on top of the guild. So I would still get to brew, but this way I might be able to brew twice. We'll see. So they got their 8 points, and these cards in here. Now it's the daytime. I'll go up to the guild. Green will go to A. He's going to take a card. I can follow for anything. Do I need my reagents? Because I have 3 of them. No, no, no. Yes. Yes, so I have 1 free, so I'll flip the reagent to copy him to buy a card. I'm probably going to see this card. I might not. So maybe I won't buy a card. Okay, not copying. Hopefully the pink player will go here. Purple player. Okay, so I'm not copying, so whatever. I shouldn't have refilled the market already. Didn't matter. He's going to see. Hey, that's what we wanted. He's going to see he's doing the bottom action, which is a die, which is good for them. They're up to their, well, they're 6. That doesn't help them at all. And now I can copy, which I will. Copy, pay 3. And I will take a 2x. Catalyst. Okay, that is it. So go into the night. I am brewing, so we'll brew all of this. So let's brew the random stuff first. Dice. That one's gonna be gold, but you can't use 2 gold dice. It's worthless to have 2 golds. That's a bummer. Okay, do I want to use any 2x's on fire? I'm going to get 2 fires, which puts me at 4. If I went 2 more, I'd get an extra point. Yeah, until you get to the end, it's not a lot of points. All I need right now is points. So I really want to push blue to the end if I can. So I want to get to this gold, so I need 3 blues. So this is definitely getting doubled, or 2 blue. And then this will give me a blue. Now I need 2 blue again. Okay. And a fire. Okay. That's good there. This mountain is going to turn into a purple. And this green, I should have copied before. Hold on. Yep, I didn't need to use the 2x on this because this one will copy that and give me a blue and a fire. This green will turn into a blue as well, whatever. So I didn't use either of my blue ones there. Wow, okay. Whatever. Fire, double to here. And what is going to be worth it here? If I double teal, I get 1 point. Here it's not worth it. Double here, no. I think it's going to be fire. Oh, it can't be fire. I guess it's this one then. Okay. Money is worth something at the end of the game. So now I do my action here, which is turn this to a whatever, a 5 or 3, yeah. I'll infuse purple, sure. I'll infuse gold, which is only this one. This gold is wasted. Used all my stuff. Oh, I never did this one. This one is 2 wilds. Okay. Man, that was... Sorry, guys. It'd be much easier in a physical copy of the game because you'd have them in your hand or you're playing with them. But anyway. Okay, so that's my brew, where we ended up. Let's count what it's worth. As far as coins, because coins are worth points, so it's not bad. 4, 7, 13, 17, 19, 21, plus 5 is 26. I think I'm going to not take this 2 and actually take the 2x. So I get 24 and a 2x. That's only 23. That's 24 plus my callus. Okay. And then points, I'm getting 2, 3, 7, 10, 12 points. Hey, that was definitely much better. I'm up to 19. So definitely get this. And we're still working. Oh, they claimed. Oh, I moved them wrong. They were not at 16. They were here. Oh, even better. They're only at 20. We've caught up. Okay, they did claim this one before I could get there, which is a bummer. That's another 3 points to them. Okay, so let's reset. Oh, I did get 2 Vilethorn. That's going to help me for this card, I guess. Move this up, move this back. Reset all of these. Roll my dice again. Hey, can you move out of my discard pile spot? Oh, hold on. Flip these. Okay. Everything looks good. I need to discard my cards, draw 5. Play them. Kind of weird to play at the end of your turn, but I guess it allows you to plan your next turn or see where you want to go based on what cards you have. I don't know. So these do nothing. This is draw a card. I don't think I'm going to do that action. Yeah, oh no, we might as well. So let's flip that to move our blight down 1. Oh, I can't. I can't move my blight down. Well, I can do this first, right? Move my blight up, and this will move my blight back. Okay. Then discard a card to draw 2. So I think we'll discard this one. So I'm going to blight. Let's wait on that. Let's do this one. Coin and a card. Oh yeah, I knew 2 blight was coming. They're at the bottom of my deck. Blight. Blight. Roll a die. Let's roll. No, actually like them like that, and this is a nothing. Okay. I have starter cards. Yes, I do. So no. He's already claimed it. Doesn't matter. So daytime. They're not brewing. They are going to brew next turn, though. Oh yeah, they are going to brew this turn and end the game. So I need to just get as much as I can because I don't think this brew is going to be worth that much. Okay, so where do we want to go? Should we get new cards? We are going to see them. So if we get some really good cards, like this one time, but no, it's the wrong side. And I got a lot of cards. This one's good for us. This one's okay. I'd have to adjust the green. And they're cheap. Should I buy cards? Oh, let's buy cards. So I'm going to go from the guild down here. Green will draw a card. That's fine. I don't care about that card. Oops, nope, I'm going here. You're not drawing a card, green. Cheater. I'm going to buy, spend 2 to buy 2, so it's going to be 6 total monies. And then are they following to B? They are. So they'll do the bottom action. I remembered to check this time. The Regent. Okay, their action. Green is going to A. He's already at A, so he's going to the guild. I'm discarding, well, 2 cards after I refresh. I cannot follow to guild, so we'll go to purple. Purple's going to C. He's already at C, so it goes to D. Takes a card and a catalyst. Perfect. Okay. I could follow him. Do I want to move my snail? I think I do. Yes, so give me another scoring condition. So I need to flip 2 dice that are the same. That's one of the reasons I left those as mountain. And then I'm going to pay my shell cost, which is 7. Get 12, get 12, get 5 back. And I'm going to get either a fire or water, so I'll take a fire. And then I get 3 of these. And I have to discard now 2 from everything I have. I know I don't have a lot of water. I know I don't have a lot of blue. I don't have any of these. Wow, wow, wow. At least got... Do you think I have 2 water? I know I have 2 blue. I don't use them, but I have them on there. Okay. Get rid of those. Okay, so that was my follow action. That's the end of the day. We'll go into the night. I get to do my nighttime action if I wish, which is to spend 3 to brew. Might as well. Let's brew. I think this one. So we're going to flip the mountain to go this way. Flip the green to go this way. I have plenty of blight, so flip blue to go this way. Now I can't double any of those up, but you're only allowed to spend 1 or the other per element. So, but that's good. We're moving along. Okay, that was my nighttime. I can't copy it, but I do get to roll 3 dice though. So I might be able to copy it if I roll well. Let's see. 1. Oh, that was a good one. We need a gold or a blue. 2. 3. Oh, got it. All right, I'll copy it. Spend 3. To put something in there. Let's go ahead and do fire. No, I want to get rid of this card. I'll do that and do a double lightning. Now my end of my night phase is to infuse 2 more things. So I'll infuse a double fire and a double spectral. Is that this one? Yeah. Okay. That's end of my night. Now I discard. 5. Have to refresh. 1 more. 2 blight. Get my income, which is now 6 money. Roll 2 dice. And take a fire or a water. Oops, there we go. play all of these. The blight is just killing me this game. I can set one of my dice to fire. I'll do this one. Roll 2 dice. I really don't care about that. And do nothing. Oh, that was a bad one to try in my last brew turn. I don't think I can brew this turn. Oh, but they are brewing right now, and they're gonna 5. They're gonna trigger the end. Dang it! I have to brew. Okay, well, oh well. It's not gonna be the best end game thing. So that's the end of my night, and so they go to their night. Their deck is empty, so they will brew for 5 points. And that does put them at 25. So they're going to take these 3 points for hitting the end first. And then it says, okay, now we're at the end of the night. So we're at 25 points. Anybody that is not on the guild spot should brew. So I will brew. And then anyone that is on the guild spot gets 3 points. Which I technically guess they are. I don't know. Maybe they don't get that. I'll look that up after I brew. Okay, so let's brew. Obviously, we're not brewing any blight, so that sucks. We'll do a fire. I think I want to double the fire. 2. Double the gray, the metallic. Sure. Actually, no, I don't want to double the metallic. I'll leave it there. I will brew this one. Nope, I'm not even brewing that one because I haven't catalyst. This one. This one's tricky. It will give us a fire, which we could double, but then it'll move my green one back, my blue one back. That loses me a point, so I don't think I want to do that. Just doubling the fire, it's not worth it. Ah, that's a pain in the butt. Okay, whatever. And then we will go ahead and actually double fire plus this fire. Yep, it's actually worth it. Okay, so I will brew this and double it up for a 2 fire movement. And then move back on green. Okay. Now I'm going to use my power to set this to a gold. I'm going to brew lightning, brew fire, brew gold, which moves just this one up. Okay, then assess. As far as coins, I've got 7, 8, 9, 12, plus 4, 16. Okay, got lots of shells. And then I'm going to take 1 card, which is going to be minus 1 point. I'm going to just put it on top because it doesn't matter. The game's over. And then points-wise, I'm getting 4, 5, 6. Only 6 points. Not a good brew for the end of the game, but we end up right at 25. All right, I need to see what they do if they trigger the end. If you did not brew early in this round, you may brew. If you did brew from the brew, you gain 3. If the rival did not brew earlier in the round, they gain prestige equal to higher value. At the end of the round, having brewed in the last round, you gain prestige. The rivals did not brew. Let's see. It doesn't say they get it. It doesn't say they don't get it. Okay. Let's assume they don't, but they might have 3 more points than they're supposed to. So first, for endgame scoring of my own, so that we're going to look at this one here. First thing we're going to do is, yeah, it does say players who brewed gain 3 prestige, and they did brew. All right, we'll give them 3 points, and hopefully the rules clarify that in the final version. Okay. As far as endgame points, we're just going to refer to this track here. So the first thing is our scoring bonuses. So we take all of our cards. And, oops, I did not want to flip them. Whatever. We need to splay them out, which I know there's a key in in this mod to do, but So I need to keep these ones separate because they're going to be minus points. Oh, we got so many cards, but I think so many of them are minus points. Can I just do flip and let's put them here and spread? There we go. Whatever. Okay. Let's go through these. So how many do we have with blight on them? And I assume it counts these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We just need to do like 5, 6, 7. So we get the max points there, 6 points. That's good. Counter out some of our negatives. How many cards with draw on them? Or discard and draw? I don't know if it counts the discard and draw too. Let's look at the player aid for that. That's not going to be in here. Bonus tiles. Number of cards with draw and discarded draw. So I think this one's a discarded draw too. It's a totally different icon, so that doesn't count. Okay, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of them. I needed 7. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's one here. Did I count that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only seeing 6. Dang, that lost me 2 points. Okay, I get 4. All right, and then this one, the number of these blue icons, I've got 1, 2, just 2, which is 2 points. Okay, that's the bonus tiles. Then we're going to score. We don't have the 3. As far as the advance things on them, we're not playing with that. This is kind of like a shoot the moon mechanic, where rather than trying to get them far to one side, you try to keep them in equilibrium. If you get them all at equilibrium and you have either 2 or 3 or 5 cards in your deck, you get points based on how many cards you played. But if you played 12 cards and have an equilibrium, you get the Philosopher's Stone and you just win the game. Or you get 30 points. So that's pretty amazing. Plus you get extra points if you, I guess you lose points if you use these to help you get there, because they let you take less cards to get to the 12. Anyway, that's a whole nother mechanic in the advanced game. We're not playing that. So we're not doing the advanced mechanics. Where is my snail? My snail is here. He's not in the points. He only gets points if he gets to the end, so no points for that. And then discard, or how many negative points? We had 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And then for every 2 cards, no. What? Bazaar board? What does that mean? It's not 10 points for every 2 cards. What is it? Gain 1 prestige for every... Oh, that's for every 10 shells. Okay, for every 2 cards. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have another negative point. 5, 6. Another negative point. So 6 cards. Minus 2 more. Okay, that was bad. Do these count as being my deck? I'm going to say they are, because I collected them. I should get them. So let's just group all these up. Group all these up. Group all these up. I took a ton of cards this game. That's probably more than you're supposed to do. I have 24 cards. That's 12 points. Okay. Okay. That might be good. I'm liking that. And then for every 10 coins. So 1, 2, 3 points for coins. Do I get a point for every thing? No. Okay. That's my final score. 47. Last time I think it was 50 something. So a little bit less than my first game. But I think I played the game more correctly. Because I remember I lost some rules. Anyway, for them, their scoring is down here. First, they're going to use this, which is for every 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They get 4 points. Where are they? Here. 32. All right, then for every 3 cards, they have 32, so they're going to get 10 points for cards. 42. They're then going to collect bonus tiles. Or they collect for bonus tiles. So here, how many dice? They had 6 dice for 3 points. They're going to beat us for sure. That's okay. How many mountain cards they had? Let's put these down here and spread them. They might go off the edge. Nope, we're good. Holy crap. 1, 2. Oh, we did really good at not giving them a lot of mountains. They had 3 mountain cards. Okay. That's worth 2 points. Okay. But here's where they kill us. They have this token. 2, 3. And they have both of the cards. So 6 there. Oh, look at this. The rivals gain 2 prestige for each Runalith left unclaimed. So if I would have played with Runaliths, I think I claimed 3 of them. So I should have gotten the benefit of those 3, which was not spending the extra coins here, but they would have gotten 2 points. So whatever. If now that answers my question of what the Runaliths do, but hopefully this is defined somewhere else earlier in the game, not in the scoring. And then they get that. And that is it. Okay. So the game ended with the bot, or the rival, gaining 56 points, and I had 47. I think the first game I had in the early 50s, like 54 maybe. So, and this is on easy, but I don't have all the rules correct, and there are a couple questions, like should they have gotten those 3 points at the end of the game or not? I don't know. But let's talk about the game. It's really fun. I liked it. As far as like their other 2 games, I have not played the other Mercurial game, or Alchemia game. I've not played Alchemia. I had played Endogenesis, actually backed that on Kickstarter, and it was not my type of game. So I wouldn't rate that one high, but that's just more my style of game. It was different than I thought it was going to be. And that's really one of the reasons I wanted to get in and play this game and see what it was, to know if it was a game I wanted to back or not. And as far as the backing, I don't know the price yet because it has not come out to Kickstarter, so I'm just going to have that bookmarked for now, and we'll evaluate once that Kickstarter comes out. The only critique I had one thing about this is this tower. It's a very cool component, but it is very tall. You can, and I'm not sure scale, but if you assume this is like a normal sized dice, this is going to be about 10 dice tall, which make it maybe 8 inches to maybe I'm thinking 8 inches, which means if I'm sitting as this player, let's say maybe I'm about this tall, I can't see these 2 cards. I don't know, even if I lean over, I can't see the scores. So I'm worried about this card holder. It is nice that they have a card holder, because when you have a deck of a ton of cards or tiles, they might slide over, especially if like a sleeved or something. But I think this tower is going to end up, oh, now I've just destroyed it, to the side of the board. I think it would be better sticking here instead of on the board itself, or maybe even here. But it is like a worker placement spot. I don't know. But I guess you could just, like Everdell, right? All the people in Everdell, they just get rid of the tree and just use this thing here. So you would just put that there. I guess that could work if your table is that in the way. Otherwise, the components are pretty good. As I mentioned already, these spaces are a little busy, so it's hard to remember that this is empty at the end of your turn to refill it. I think everything else is pretty good. I like the optionality of this, how these are going to line up. So it could have been like, this could have been here, they could have been flipped over, so they're totally different. This shop could have been here and a different shop. These could have been switched. Yeah, so you can see it's quite a different setup every time about how the daytime and the nighttime actions line up and what bonus tile. It's interesting, the bot doesn't seem to bump you very much, even though they're random. And I even tried to like manipulate it a few times. I like in a solo mode where the bot kind of gets to cheat a little bit, that I can manipulate them as my benefit, right? So that I kind of know. And it's even when I was card counting and saying, oh, look, they've spent all their cards to let them go to D or whatever, they still only handshaked me, what, maybe 2 or 3 times? It was not very often. But it does present a foe. Like, they get enough points to make it tough, a challenge to win, especially, I mean, if they were on the more difficult thing, they would have scored at least 10 more points, if not more. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of different alchemists. I don't think these are different enough to really matter. All they are is what their transmute ability is. And the Arcana, not a huge deal. They're just a specific color that kind of gives you focus. I guess that guy lets you draw cards, but most of them are just a specific element, right? But I think that's it. Hopefully you guys watched it and lasted this long. Make sure you like and subscribe to this, or like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Especially if I made any rules goofs that I did not correct later on in the video, make sure to put a timestamp on them so everybody can learn the proper rules if I made any mistakes. And I'll see you guys next time we make a video. Catch you later. Bye.